Today's big corporate news. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos is stepping down to become executive chairman of the company. It's big for him personally, but how big will it be for Amazon shareholders? CNBC senior markets commentator Mike Santoli joins us right now with a look at how some of the other big tech giants did when their founders stepped away from the helm. Mike, good morning.
Morning, Becky. Yeah, last night on Closing Bell when this news broke, my mind immediately, and a lot of people, went to Bill Gates handing over the CEO reins at Microsoft in January of 2000. So this is a chart of Microsoft shares from about 10 years before that transition to 10 years after. So you'll see it was basically right in there, January of 2000. Now, of course, that was right at the very peak of the tech bubble. It was a very expensive stock. The company continued to grow pretty well in the following 10 years under Steve Ballmer in terms of earnings and revenue. It's just that the valuation was compressed. We had a tech bear market, but that's a warning sign. Take a look, too, though, at Apple. Now, we all know the story there, Steve Jobs handing things off to Tim Cook. I'm talking about that transition in 2011. So that's from, it doesn't even matter where you draw the line, but it is approximately right there. And obviously, you had periods there where it plateaued a little bit after an initial spurt. That was right in a great smartphone cycle. Also, you have to keep in mind, Steve Jobs is very sick. It was not as if he was just deciding this was the moment he wanted to retire or anything like that. Oracle, Larry Ellison, of course, still executive chairman, handed off the CEO role right in the middle of this range right here. So it's 2014. It seems like it's kind of chopped around. The company in a different position, I think, than Amazon and perhaps Apple, just in the sense of not necessarily seeming as if everything had been going right and they were in the perfect part of the tech industry at the time of that transition, Becky.
Mike, you put that in perfect context. It's almost impossible to take a look at this and match it up to anything else because it's very rare that the circumstances are similar. Even rarer that you're dealing with the same sort of market backdrop that we've seen in times past, too. But I thought the same thing as you. When I heard this yesterday, the first thing I thought of was Microsoft and the transition from Bill Gates when he became chairman and stepped away from the day-to-day.
Yeah, and, it was about the same amount of time from the founding of Microsoft to Bill Gates handing off the CEO role as it is for Jeff Bezos and Amazon. I think Amazon's maybe slightly younger, or slightly older, rather. But also, Amazon's been public a longer time than Microsoft was. Also, hey, they were both contending with these persistent regulatory issues, antitrust complaints and things like that. So I don't think you want to link it up perfectly just because what the market did and how the market was positioned at the time of that transition mattered a whole lot to how that stock did. It wasn't just about the Microsoft performance from there.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.